My room was dark, except for the cold blue light from my laptop screen. The spreadsheet in front of me looked like a battlefield, red numbers everywhere. Credit card bills. Rent due in 5 days. And that sinking feeling that no matter how hard I worked, I was always one step behind. I wasn't lazy. I had a good job. But every month felt like running on a treadmill, exhausting, but going nowhere. Meanwhile, my feed was filled with headlines like AI just replaced 10,000 workers and automation is the new normal. And there I was, staring at my bank balance, wondering if I'd be next. I tried budgeting apps. I tried YouTube advice. I even tried manifesting abundance. But the truth? I wasn't struggling with money, I was struggling with time. Time I never had enough of. I kept wasting time by saying, maybe later. That phrase became my comfort zone, my shield against change. Maybe later I'll start investing. Maybe later I'll learn about AI. But every maybe later was a silent decision to stay stuck. Then one night, while scrolling through yet another finance forum, I stumbled upon a post that stopped me cold. It said, if you keep waiting for the perfect moment to invest, you'll miss the entire revolution. That line hit me harder than any motivational quote ever did. Because the truth was, the revolution had already begun. I wasn't just replacing jobs, it was creating opportunities for those who dared to let it in. And that night, for the first time in my life, I didn't say maybe later. I said, show me how. A week after that sleepless night, something happened at work that shook me. Our manager called a sudden meeting. The room felt heavier than usual, the kind of silence you can feel pressing against your chest. Then he said the words no one wanted to hear, we're restructuring. AI automation will be handling most of the analytics process moving forward. In seconds, the buzz of keyboards stopped. Half the team looked at each other, stunned. The other half just stared blankly, trying to process what automation really meant for their paychecks. I had spent years building skills, chasing deadlines, doing everything right, and now, a line of code could do it faster, cheaper, and without coffee breaks. That night, I couldn't sleep again. I kept replaying the moment, the look on my coworker's face when she realized she was being replaced by a system she didn't even understand. I thought about my own future. My savings were barely growing, inflation was eating away at what little I had, and now even my job security was dissolving. I opened my banking app, my balance looked the same as it had for months. But outside, the world had changed overnight. AI wasn't the future anymore, it was the present. And I realized something terrifying, I wasn't just behind in investing. I was behind in adapting. For years, I told myself that technology and finance were too complicated. But now, ignorance wasn't just expensive, it was dangerous. The conflict wasn't between me and money. It was between me and my own hesitation, my habit of waiting for the right time. And as I stared at my reflection in the dark window, I whispered to myself, if AI can take my job, maybe it can also save my future. That thought, equal parts fear and curiosity, became the spark that started everything. A few days after that meeting, I found myself in a quiet cafe, staring blankly at my laptop. The same thoughts kept looping, I need to do something, but where do I even start? That's when I noticed a YouTube video titled, How AI is Quietly Helping People Build Wealth in Their Sleep. At first, I almost scrolled past, it sounded like another internet scam. But something about the thumbnail, a simple dashboard showing automated returns, caught my attention. I clicked. The creator wasn't a flashy influencer. He was just normal. He talked about something called AI-managed investing platforms that used algorithms to analyze market trends, rebalance portfolios, and make data-driven decisions automatically. He said, it's not about gambling on the market, it's about teaching AI to think long-term for you. That line hit me. Because long-term thinking was exactly what I'd been missing. I spent the next few hours researching everything: robo-advisors, AI trading bots, portfolio automation tools. The more I learned, the more it started to make sense. These systems didn't need emotions. They didn't panic, they didn't procrastinate, they just followed data. Exactly the opposite of how I'd been living. That night, I created my first account. The setup felt like a quiet ceremony, answering questions about my income, my goals, my tolerance for risk. The AI built a plan in seconds, dividing my tiny $300 into stocks, ETFs, and bonds, all perfectly balanced. It was surreal. I wasn't just clicking buttons. I was giving my future a direction. And for the first time, the graph on my screen didn't feel like a mystery, it felt like progress. Weeks passed. At first, I checked my portfolio every day, expecting instant miracles. But then I noticed something deeper: the consistency. While I was working, sleeping, or binge-watching shows, the AI quietly adjusted my investments, responding to market shifts in real time. One evening, I got a notification: your portfolio has been rebalanced based on market performance. No panic. No emotion. Just logic. It felt strange, comforting, even to realize that something smarter than me was managing my money calmly while I lived my life. Slowly, other habits changed too. I started using an AI budgeting tool that analyzed my spending patterns. It showed me where I could save without feeling deprived, how my late-night food orders were costing me a week of future growth. I wasn't just saving anymore. I was strategizing. The transformation didn't happen overnight. But month after month, my financial anxiety started fading. I stopped refreshing my bank app every morning. Instead, I began thinking long-term, setting goals, automating savings, even learning how AI could help me with side hustles like content generation and digital freelancing. The same technology that once terrified me was now helping me build stability. Reflective tone: AI didn't make me rich instantly. But it gave me something far more valuable: clarity. It showed me that the secret isn't working harder, it's building smarter systems that work for you. The fear of being replaced turned into a mission to adapt. And for the first time in years, I didn't feel left behind by the future. I felt part of it. Studio microphone narration, tone, grounded, wise, emotionally steady, cinematic educational style. When I look back, it's almost strange. I used to think wealth meant working harder. More hours, more projects, more stress. But what I've learned through AI is that true wealth isn't built through effort, it's built through systems. AI didn't just change my finances, it changed how I think about money. Soft, educational tone: here's what I realized: most people don't fail financially because they're lazy. They fail because their money sits still while the world keeps moving. Inflation doesn't wait for your promotion. Expenses don't wait for your next paycheck. And opportunities definitely don't wait for your maybe later. But AI, it doesn't wait either. It acts. So, here's what it taught me. Automate first, worry less. I started setting up automated investing schedules through my AI platform. Every week, a small portion of my income automatically went into my portfolio, no emotion, no hesitation. Think of it like planting seeds every week. You don't check the soil every morning to see if the tree grew overnight, you trust the process. AI became my digital gardener, watering, pruning, and protecting those financial seeds without me even noticing. Over time, that consistency built something powerful: momentum. Let data make the decisions before AI. I used to invest based on emotions. I'd buy when everyone was hyped, and sell the moment fear hit. AI taught me that emotions are the enemy of growth. It looks at patterns, probabilities, and performance, not panic. I once read that AI can process thousands of market indicators in a single second. Me? I used to rely on Twitter trends and gut feelings. Now, my portfolio doesn't swing with my moods. It follows the math. That shift, from guessing to trusting, freed my mind more than I expected. Track, adjust, and optimize. AI isn't just about investing. It's about awareness. My budgeting app uses AI to analyze where my money goes. It sends weekly insights like, you spent 18% less on eating out this month, that equals $72 in potential investment gains next year. It's like having a financial coach in my pocket, one that never gets tired, never judges, and always runs the numbers. And when my goals change, say, saving for a trip or emergency fund, the AI automatically rebalances everything to stay on track. For the first time, my money finally feels like it has a plan. Build systems, not pressure. I realized something profound. Discipline isn't about being strong, it's about designing a system that doesn't need strength. AI made saving and investing automatic. And when something's automatic, it stops being a burden, it becomes a lifestyle. Now, I don't need to try to save. I don't force myself to check markets. It just happens quietly, intelligently, like breathing. From survival to strategy, one used to live paycheck to paycheck, reacting to money. Now, I live with strategy, responding with purpose. AI doesn't replace human intelligence, it amplifies it. It gives you back the one thing money can't buy: time. Time to rest. Time to think. Time to live without that constant financial noise in your head. Because wealth isn't just what's in your account, it's the peace of mind that comes from knowing your money is finally working for you. Reflective outro tone. So if you're watching this and you're tired of waiting for later, remember this: AI isn't the enemy. It's the partner that helps you stop surviving and start building. You don't have to be rich to begin. You just have to begin to stop staying poor. And the smartest time to start was yesterday. The second best time? Right now. There's a quiet kind of freedom that comes when you stop fearing the future. For years, I thought peace would come when I finally earned enough. But now I know peace comes when you finally trust the system you've built. AI didn't just grow my money. It changed my relationship with it. It took something that used to control me: fear, uncertainty, hesitation, and turned it into something steady, almost peaceful. Every time I open my portfolio now, I don't feel anxious. I feel proud. Because it's not luck. It's not gambling. It's growth through intention. And maybe that's the real story here, that the future of finance isn't about chasing wealth. It's about creating stability, one smart decision at a time. The world is changing faster than ever. Jobs are evolving, markets are shifting, technology is rewriting the rules, but you don't have to be left behind. You just have to be willing to learn, to adapt, and to start. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait until later. Because later never comes, only opportunity does. If AI can think faster, analyze deeper, and remove human fear from money, then maybe the smartest move we can make is to partner with it. To let it do what it does best, while we focus on living. Studio microphone, soft, cinematic closing line. So take this as your sign to stop waiting, and start building your freedom today. Because the future isn't coming. It's already here. Pause. Ambient music fades out softly. Studio microphone. If this story moved you, subscribe for more real stories that change how you see money and how you build your future.